Welcome to the channel, guys. Today we're working on a different project because it's my car. So we had the car since new. At this point, I've got too used to the way it drives, and I'm looking for a little more of a move. One easy way is to swap out the intake. Considering there's nothing on the market for my car, we had to cross-reference a V6 Camry from the same year. What we came across is a K&N system. There were other brands available, but they're nearly twice the price, with the only difference being is the heat shield on top. Car already comes with covers, so we don't need that. So now let's dig in and see what we get. Filter. It's pretty when it's clean. The heat shield, the pipe, the hardware, the rubber isolator, the coupler. The kit seems pretty simple, but before we get to the fun stuff, car needs an oil change. So we'll knock that out first and get to the fun bits. Luckily it's an SUV, so we don't have to jack it up. My tiny self will just fit right on there. Pop off your oil fill cap. Get your drain pan ready. Pop your drain bolt off. Unbolt the filter housing. Pull out the filter and clean out the housing. New filter comes with a new O-ring. Next, put your canister back on and retighten your drain plug. Check your owner's manual and then refill. With the oil change done, now we can move on to the intake system. Before we get too far, let's hear what it sounds like stock. While everything's apart, take the chance to clean the math test of it. With the kit installed, now let's hear what it sounds like. That sounds good, but the real test is out on the street. Wow, that was surprising. I know that it doesn't do much, but that 1 to 2% definitely feels like something. The kit did come together, but not without its faults. There are some things that I wish K&N did better, especially for its cost. We paused what seemed like a second, but it's already dark. There's a few issues with the kit, but hubby will explain this a little bit better. Me, my man.
Exactly. That was cute. It kind of sucks having to do this over the course of like 3 days with work and everything. It seems like it gets way too dark, way too fast, especially getting closer to winter. Every day seems shorter and shorter. She did great, right?
I think so.
Yeah, no, she did awesome. She did awesome. We have a lot more to do on her car. It's a whole new project that we're getting started on. We've been waiting for a long time with the whole shortages and everything on parts and stuff. It took a long time. We got all new suspension to put on her car and everything, but just waiting for the suspension to ship in took months. Kit overall, I'm gonna say it's not worth it. It makes a crazy sound with this engine. It really does. But I mean, 3.5 liter V6, nearly 300 horsepower or so. It's going to sound pretty great. It's just a pipe and a filter on it. Obviously, the kit is not for the Lexus. It's for the Camry. Engine layout, the way it sits in the subframe, the way that the transmission and everything sit, it's nearly identical. So my issues that I have with the kit is, how she was saying earlier, the heat shield could have been a little bit better. It seems kind of cheap. I mean, the kit's like $350, and that was with me finding it like with a discount. So it's not really necessarily worth it, considering it's just a pipe and a filter that you can get at AutoZone for $30-40. I get that the R&D is what you're paying for, but realistically, the only difference from what I would have done on my own, or anybody or any ricer that would have done it on YouTube, is knowing that some of the vacuum lines are useless and you just kind of plug them up and the car doesn't know any difference. I don't know if it's worth it. The horsepower gains are 1 to 2%, which maybe your butt dyno will feel it, but you won't see the difference out on the street, especially since variable conditions and stuff like that. But without further rambling, if you guys like what you see, stick around. Leave us a comment down at the bottom. Let us know what you think. If you got the same car, let me know what you think. Was it worth it for you when you bought it? I'm assuming it's worth it for somebody who has little to minimal fabrication skills, I guess you could say, because they already bend the heat shield for you and stuff like that. Any comments, questions, or concerns, anything for the good of the order, leave it down below, and we'll catch you guys on the next video.